I'm Averee Dovsek for Golfweek, here with Tomo Bystedt of TaylorMade and David Dusek, our senior writer. We are checking out the new Stealth 2 fairway woods. Tell us about it.
So we got 3 new models here, the Stealth 2 Plus that I'm holding here with the sliding weight, titanium head, carbon crown. Also the Stealth 2 standard model is here, and then the Stealth 2 HD is over here. A lot of new stuff going on with all of these. Obviously the big difference is this one's going to be titanium with that movable weight. This one's really built around for that all-round performance through the bag, long off the tee, very versatile with the V-steel sole. And then the brand new HD model, which is something we haven't had before, built for ultimate forgiveness. So we've packed so much forgiveness and playability into this club. That's something we haven't seen before here at TaylorMade, so we're super excited about that one too.
Now we've seen weights around that have been movable or swappable, but this is a brand new sort of a weighting system that really does some interesting stuff. Explain to people what that weight system in the Stealth 2 Titanium is going to do.
Yeah, so this is really unique in the sense that it moves back and forth in the club, meaning forward CG to back CG, and that's really going to be able to allow the golfers to adjust both launch and spin. Most importantly, this is going to adjust a lot of spin, and basically what that's going to do for you is give you different performance depending on what kind of conditions you're playing from. Typically in the movable weight product, you either have 2 static weights, right, and you just have 2 positions, or it's a heel toe system, which is, you know, partially driven through the geometry of the sole. And with a fairway wood, you don't have a turf interaction issue if you can cover the front, which we've done here with the we call it the garage, and the weight slides into, and that's really what's kind of enabled us to do this really incredible 50-gram weight here in the sole for really maximum versatility.
But the thing is explain, when you shift 50 grams around, you're manipulating the center of gravity, you're moving that CG that people, what ends up happening? It's a lot of spin, but what are people going to see in terms of how the ball is going to react through the air?
Yeah, great question. So basically, when you look at it currently in this back setting, it's going to be in the most forgiving setting, most MOI, but also most spin. So this is going to be a great setting if you want to hit the ball a little higher, or you want to have the ball stop on the green, maybe hitting it into a par 5. Conversely, and that's again, that's going to have the back CG, but conversely, if you want to have it in the front setting, that's going to really drop the spin. It's going to lower your launch angle a little bit and give it a much more penetrating ball flight and maximize distance. So that could be good for a player maybe who hits it off the tee a lot because you want to maximize distance off the tee, or in very windy conditions where you want to keep the ball under the wind a little bit. And that's something you can change from round to round, or whenever you decide to change up your performance a little bit, but that gives you a ton of versatility.
Okay, so Tomo, I understand that the Stealth 2, the standard edition, is probably going to be the most versatile one that's going to fit a lot of players, and if people are really interested in manipulating or changing the spin condition, that the titanium version is also going to be the one they're going to want to look for. The HD Stealth 2 model, though, is something that's brand new for you guys. It's a very different type of fairway wood. I'm really curious, what did you do with HD, and how is it different from the other two?
Yeah, so HD was something, we've been working on this for several years, and our thought around it was, you know, the fairway wood is a hard club to hit. A lot of people struggle hitting it off the deck. It's a relatively long shaft and a small face. And so we figured this is the club where people need the most help. So we really redesigned this from the point of view of forgiveness and success in shots. And it's really about you hitting more good shots as an average or amateur golfer. And so we completely reshaped the head. It's a much flatter profile, but we kept decent face height. Again, we want to make it forgiving and fast. But also maintain super low CG. So one of the things about this is obviously with the carbon crown and the wrap in the toe, we're able to maintain really low CG so that you're not really giving up distance. Typically when you go to a very forgiving profile and putting a lot of weight back, it goes shorter. But we want to give you forgiveness and distance at the same time.
Well, thanks, Tomo. I actually had a chance to hit these, and I can say if you're a beginner or an advanced golfer, they are definitely for you. Whether you're going off the tee or the middle of the fairway, these are definitely something to look at this year.